some food for thought. Over the years, 15 to be exact, I've done a number of Thanksgiving commentaries praising everything from the Pilgrims to my dear departed dad. I love Thanksgiving for many reasons, but most of all because it's the only incorruptible American holiday. No matter how hard they try, American business, aside from pumpkin and turkey farmers, have been unable to commercialize this most American and non-denominational of holidays. Over the years, I've spoken of Squanto, waxed poetic over waxy pole beans, praised pumpkins, and talked turkey. But one thing I always end with is Grandma Schroeder's sour beans. This year will be no different, but with a twist. It seems I got the genesis of this essential Thanksgiving foodstuff all wrong. As much as the sweet sour taste and texture of these beans screams for some kind of Pennsylvania Dutch origin, it seems this recipe began in Florida of all places. Florida. I mean, how unromantic and un-Thanksgiving-like is that? No one thinks of Florida when they think of Thanksgiving. Let's face it, they don't think much of Las Vegas either. But Florida conjures up images of tropical plants, beaches, palm trees, and white patent leather shoed coupon clippers hitting the early bird buffet. There's no romance in Florida. Certainly not of the crisp autumn leaves, hardy New Englanders, and the first locavore feast variety. Florida is so un-Thanksgiving-like that if William Bradford had been Ponce de Leon, we'd all be driving around in sedan DeVilles, playing golf from the red tees, and eating bagels on the fourth Thursday of this month. But it turns out Grandma Schroeder's sour beans stems not from my Grandma Hazel slaving at her stove during the Depression, but from a recipe a neighbor lady gave my mother in the late 1950s when we were living in Winter Park, you guessed it, Florida. It seems I've gotten it all wrong for 30 years, and now my mother, in her 87th, has decided to set the record straight. I was crestfallen, to say the least, when I heard this news, having assumed for decades that my family could claim some sort of culinary cred from inventing something so delicious. Of course, facts may be facts, but I say, when the legend becomes fact, print the legend. And let's face it, Grandma Schroeder's sour beans sounds a ton better than Fran's Floridian beans. So I'm going with it. And here it is again, food fans, for the umpteenth year, the actual, authentic, straight from the 50s recipe that's delicious no matter what you call it. Grandma Schroeder's sour beans. 2 cans green beans, you heard me right, heated up. 1/4 pound bacon, crumbled. Bring to a boil 1/4 cup vinegar, 1/3 cup sugar, and 1/2 tisp salt. Chop an onion. Pour all of this over the green beans. Garnish with as much crumbled bacon as your cardiologist allows. Then serve hot, cold, or any temperature in between. These beans coexist wonderfully with any Thanksgiving dinner and taste even better the next day. I promise if you serve them once, you'll serve them every year. And you can find the recipe at knpr.org. Happy Thanksgiving. This is John Curtis.